Man with Central Indiana roots is painting the picture for the Derby, one of the biggest events in the country.
It's a really nice one, too. The Knightstown High School graduate is the official artist for this year's Kentucky Derby. We turn now to News 8's Hernan Gutierrez. He spoke with the artist, and Hernan, it sounds like this is going to be a great occasion.
Yeah, so Tyler Robinson's art is going to be front and center in Louisville. It will be part of the official program, and it will be on all kinds of merch for this year's race. Here it is. It shows horses turning the corner at Churchill Downs. Robertson is known for his splashes of bright and bold colors. He tells me that the bulk of his work is already done, but he also says he's saddling up for more as we head down the stretch to the Run for the Roses.
Yeah, it was super exciting. You know, it quickly becomes business as usual because it's kind of like, okay, this is great. You know, we got deadlines.
Now based in Louisville, this year's Kentucky Derby artist Tyler Robertson was born and raised in Newcastle and graduated from Knightstown High School in 2000. Churchill Downs named Robertson its official artist last fall.
It's part of like a legacy. You know, it's part of some of the people I've always looked up to as far as like sporting art goes, and the Leroy Neiman's and Peter Max of the world.
He's lived in Louisville since his sophomore year of college. Despite not knowing much about horse racing at the time, Robertson was quickly introduced to the spectacle because he moved in on Derby Day.
I was very confused. Every time I was carrying a load into my apartment, people were stopping and like, oh, do you need a ride down to the track?
Now, more than 20 years later, he specializes in sport and equestrian art. Robertson says he still draws inspiration from his longtime mentor and former art teacher at Knightstown, Dennis McMahon.
He had the artist flair from the very first time I met him, and I've never had a student that literally represented that.
Although McMahon now spends half his time in Florida, the two still keep up and support each other's work through social media, sharing plenty of advice over the years.
And I always loved seeing his work and the horses and the jockeys and the Indians, and anything that he does would be equally at that level.
Robertson's inspiration from Central Indiana doesn't stop there. The painter says there are a lot of parallels between the most exciting 2 minutes in sports and the greatest spectacle in racing.
I have memories of going to the Brickyard when I was young, you know, and skipping school and going to Carb Day. It's the same energy, you know, it's so much like culture and history and competition and fun.
Being the official artist for the Kentucky Derby also comes with extra perks. Come May 3rd, Robertson and his family will be sitting pretty watching the race from box seats. I'm Hernan Gutierrez for WishTV, WishTV.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.